Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Girl, sit down. No, seriously, put your bag down, grab your glass, and pour the rest of that bottle because you are going to need it to get through what I'm about to tell you. You know I don't usually spiral like this. Usually I'm the chill one, right? I just do my job, scrub the dishes, stock the pantry, and go home. But today I am ready to burn the entire city of Austin to the ground. Okay, maybe not the whole city, but definitely this specific private dormitory complex. You remember the drama I told you about back in the summer? Yeah, the big merge. God, thinking about it now makes my blood boil. So let me set the scene again because the context makes this 10 times worse. I'm working at the biggest private student dorms in the city, right? It's prime real estate, minutes away from campus. We have our own massive kitchen staff, feeding hundreds of hungry college kids every day. I'm there in the back, soaking in dishwater and hauling boxes. It's not glamorous, but it pays the bills. But then, in the middle of the summer, our parent company decides to partner up with this massive, soul-sucking food management company. They sold it to us like it was going to be this great upgrade. Girl, please, the first thing they did, they wiped the slate clean. New systems, new payroll, and most importantly, a complete reset on our PTO and benefits. All that time I had accrued before, gone. We started from scratch in October. So fast forward to a couple of weeks ago. Winter break comes, the dorms turn into a ghost town, and the kitchen closes down for 2 weeks. It's a mandatory furlough. Before we clocked out, I checked my balance. Since we only restarted in October, I had peanuts in there. Like 6 hours. I looked at that number and made a very conscious decision. I am not going to touch this. I explicitly decided to eat the cost of the time off because I have been saving every penny and every minute for my convention in February. My plan was bulletproof. Suffer a little now, save the PTO, keep building it up through January, and then boom, February freedom. So the break happens. I'm chilling. I'm doing my thing. I didn't think about work once. I didn't check my email because, hello, I'm hourly. I assumed, stupidly, apparently, that my employer would respect the basic laws of physics and logic. If I don't request pay, I don't get pay. Simple, right? Girl. Fast forward to today, the first day back. I walk into the kitchen, ready to just put my headphones in and dissociate while I scrub some pots. But the vibe is rancid. It's weirdly quiet, but also tense. I walk past the prep station, and I see the morning shift crew huddling with the afternoon shift people. Usually the morning crew is sprinting for the door, but they're all standing there, whispering, looking at their phones, looking angry. I walk up to Maria. You know Maria, she knows everything, and I'm like, hey, what's the tea? Why does everyone look like someone died? And she looks at me with these wide, panicked eyes and says, check your balance. And did you get your Thanksgiving pay? I'm confused. She's shaking her head. No, check the app. Nobody got their holiday pay for Thanksgiving, and everyone is saying their leave balances are messed up. My stomach immediately drops. You know that feeling when you just know something is wrong? I pull out my phone right there in the middle of the kitchen. My hands are literally shaking. I open the app. I log in. I navigate to the time off tab. I literally gasped, out loud. My 6 hours, gone, vanished. And in its place, a bright red negative number, negative 34.96 hours. Negative 35 hours, basically. I am staring at the screen, blinking, thinking I forgot how to read math. How do I have negative hours? How do I owe them time? I started doing the math in my head. They took my 6 hours, drained them to 0, and then, without asking me, without calling me, without sending a carrier pigeon or a smoke signal, they forced me to borrow nearly 35 hours of PTO to cover the winter break that they forced us to take. I felt the heat rising up my neck. I was seeing red. I turned to Maria and showed her my screen. Is this a joke? Did I take out a loan I didn't know about? She's like, me too, I'm negative 20. We start comparing notes and it's everybody. They just went into our accounts and rated them. And here is the kicker, the part that makes me want to scream until my lungs give out. I checked everything. I went through my spam folder, my deleted voicemails, the internal messaging system. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. At no point did anyone ask, "Hey, would you like to go into significant debt with the company so you can get a paycheck during the break?" If they had asked, I would have screamed, no. I had a plan. I didn't want their money right now because I didn't want to be a slave to the negative balance later. So now I'm standing there, furious, and I decide to look at the employee handbook. Because surely this violates something, right? And as I'm reading the fine print about holiday pay eligibility, the pieces start clicking together in the most horrific way possible. The handbook says that to be eligible for holiday pay, you have to be in good standing with your leave balance. Do you see the trap? They forced us to use PTO we didn't have, putting us into a negative balance, which theoretically makes us ineligible for the actual holiday pay. It's like a snake eating its own tail. And even if that's not the specific reason, why would you force me to pay myself with money I haven't earned yet, effectively chaining me to this kitchen for the next 5 months? Do you realize how long it takes to earn 35 hours of PTO as a dishwasher? It takes months, literally months. I did the calculation. My convention is in February. That is a couple of weeks away. There is absolutely no way, mathematically, physically, spiritually, that I can dig myself out of a 35-hour hole and then accrue enough positive hours to take off for the convention. They stole my trip. They literally stole my trip to a convention I have been saving for, planning for, and dreaming about, by forcing a loan on me that I never signed up for. I felt so helpless. I asked the manager, who looked like he wanted to hide in the walk-in freezer, and he just gave me some corporate non-answer. Oh, it was an automated payroll function to ensure continuity of pay. Continuity of pay. I don't want continuity. I want consent. I'm basically an indentured servant now. If I quit today, they'd probably try to deduct that debt from my final paycheck, leaving me with $0. I'm trapped. I have to work off this debt. Every hour I work for the next 5 months is just paying back this ghost money they gave me while I was sitting on my couch watching Netflix. I don't even know what to do. I'm thinking about calling the labor board, but again, Texas. But I can't just let this slide. 35 hours, that's almost a full week of pay that I now owe them. I am so screwed for the next 5 months. No days off, no sick days. If I get the flu, I'm digging the hole deeper. It's predatory lending disguised as a benefit. They just guaranteed that we can't quit and we can't take time off until summer. Tell me I'm not overreacting. Tell me this is as messed up as I think it is.